When Chief Justice Neuvillette dropped, naturally a lot of YouTubers would bring out their guides. I had a look at Sevi's, I had a look at Jello's team guides, I had a look at Zajeff's first impressions, all that jazz. I also had a look at Ziox's complete Neuvillette guide. And one thing I noticed is that in their team section, they all talked about pretty much the same teams. Taser, Hyperbloom, Freeze I think was also part of this as well, Shangling Vape to some extent, although I think Zajeff mentioned that it's not so good with Neuvillette. But either way, they were all talking about all these other teams, but one thing I didn't notice was them ever mentioning a team that I've actually found to be just really, really fun. We're here with Neuvillette and Masanori. Now, we have Baiju, we have Kaz, and we have Dehya. This is a Dehya team. Well, this is actually a Neuvillette team, but it is also very much a team that I would argue is easiest to make work with Dehya. So we're going to do this. Settle down. Now keep an eye on Masanori's aura. There is never going to be an underlying Hydro Aura. But on occasion, we will get to see some actual forward vapes. If I want to maintain the Pyro app even more, I can do that. Wasted ult. Actually wasted ult, but that's fine. Point is, we're forward vaping with Neuvillette's charge attacks. That's basically the point of this video. Just with Baiju and Dehya, we're actually able to provide enough Pyro Aura, or at the very least, weaken, I guess, Neuvillette's Hydro app with the Dendro so that Dehya's Pyro app can basically trigger burning and thus have a Pyro Aura on the enemy so that we can then vape one of Neuvillette's charge attack ticks. That's it. So, you can do forward vape Neuvillette, and in my opinion, that's my most favorite team of Neuvillette at the present moment. I've tried Taser with Lisa as well. That was actually pretty good. Damage-wise, I think that does end up out-damaging this forward vape team, because I end up doing like 38,420 ticks. That doesn't really matter. I don't really care about like team damage and all that jazz. I just want to see big dick numbers with Neuvillette, and that's exactly how I achieve it with forward vape Neuvillette. So yeah, if you rewind to the build that I had at the start, it's not a particularly amazing build. It's not particularly cracked in every way, shape, and form. But because I'm using Sacrificial Jade and Marusose Hunter, this build doesn't actually need to have any crit rate. So when I use my charge attacks and basically trigger the 3 stacks of Marusose Hunter, and then you couple that with Sacrificial Jade, I already have like a 1% crit rate. So yeah, this is very much a Sacrificial Jade build. 100%. In fact, my artifacts have next to no crit rate at all. And that's fine. As long as it all goes into crit damage and HP, that's really all I look for. So unfortunately, I have at least one piece that has 14% defense. And also, when it comes to building the other characters, you basically build Kaz the way you normally would build Kaz. You basically build Baiju the way you normally build Baiju. I've left him on 4-piece Deepwood. It won't do anything in this team, but I don't care. And with Dehya, Sacrificial Greatsword and Flowers of Paradise Lost. You may be wondering why flop. It's because on occasion there is a Burgeon happening, so I might as well maximize the amount of damage that I can get out of those Burges by using Flowers of Paradise Lost. Sacrificial Greatsword rather, is I think really, really important for someone like Dehya, because it actually does allow her, when her Pyro app field is gone, because I'm mainly using it for the Pyro app, and also the resistance boost is quite nice, the interruption resistance is quite nice as well, but mainly for the Pyro app, that's what I'm using it for. When that field disappears, since I'm using Sacrificial Greatsword, I can just pop another one down, so that's really, really good. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let me know what all of this in the comments below. I just wanted to fill a gap in all of the guides that I have seen that make no mention of the fact that you can very much basically run forward Vape Neuvillette. If you want an alternative to the team members that I had, a replacement for Baiju is of course Nahida or Yao Yao, although there are going to be caveats between all three of them. Just keep in mind that with Baiju you need his ult. With Yao Yao there's a good to fair chance that Yugui is going to throw radishes at you instead of the target when you're low health as Neuvillette, so that's not going to help. And with Nahida you have second rotation issues whereby her Dendro app is so overwhelming that it gets really hard to make an underlying Hydro Aura on the enemy in order to swell it with someone like Kaz. If you want an alternative to Kaz, usually it's Sucrose, or I suppose you could run Jean if you want an Animo healer instead of a Dendro healer, or Pyro healer potentially. With Dehya, you can go for Shangling and specifically Guoba. You can also try using Pyronado as well, but that of course is a pretty energy hungry way of doing this. I guess you could use Benny, but ugh, so boring. So yeah, you have options. If you don't have specifically Baiju, Kaz, and Dehya. Okay, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact action, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Bow your head to the tides beckon.
Let's get it on!
Commit it to memory!
Fate is upon you!
Silence!
We've got ourselves a tough cookie. Look alive!
Sharing my knowledge!
Decided by destiny!
Settle down! Be sanctified!
Buckle up!
Grow!
Delve into destiny! Let's get it on! Written in the stars!
Bow your head